Okay, let's take a look and see how to figure out what size air terminal we need. And this is going to go into your package as a PDF. So I've opened up the air terminal design spreadsheet. There it is right there. And I've done some work on it already. I remember my space had 6 spaces and the terminal elevation was 12 feet. And I remember it was 6 inches down to the side. And then how far down it goes is from whatever terminal elevation down to 6 feet. So 6 feet down from 12 is 6 feet. Okay, so that's how you do that. And the total throw is how far it goes sideways and how far it goes down. Okay, so that's called the throw. When the air comes jetting out, it's kind of sideways and it goes out until it hits a wall or the other airstream, and then it goes down to about average of sort of near somebody's head, down to 6 feet. So that's in the add those up, that's your throw. It's an important number. So then I just went back to my document. I knew I had 2,400 square feet. And since I've got 6 of them, that means I've got 2,400 divided by 6 is 400. And there's my formula. So 400 CFM out of each terminal. That's sort of what I'm shooting for. And I just got to be around it. Okay, I don't want to be way far off, or I might have too little pressure or too much pressure. But air is air, and it's not super important that I hit exactly that, but I want to be kind of close. So now I have to find an air terminal duct that matches that. So there's a duct size and a face size. Okay, and the duct is what hooks into the air terminal and brings the air to it, and it's a certain size. And the face is really the size of the grill itself. Okay, so let's take a look at an A504. And that's the one we're going to use, a 4-way diffuser. So let me make this bigger. There we go. 4-way diffuser. And that's the face right there. And the inside one is sort of like the duct. The duct fits into it. So I need something with a CFM. Okay, you'll see that right along this line of about 400. So this one isn't big enough. This one isn't big enough. This one is pretty darn close, but it's going to be going a little too fast. Now, I could probably handle that. This is an area that the noise won't be that big of a deal. NC is noise criteria. Okay, but my spec says I want to try to be in this 20 to 30 range. So I could maybe go with this 10 by 10, but that also has too big of a throw. It's really going to be flying out of there. This one's not bad, 12 by 12. It's going to throw 17 instead of 16. And in my noise range, it'll throw about 13 and be a little bit less. So I'll probably jump up my pressure loss a little bit so that it's pushing just a little bit harder, get 15 or 16 and be somewhere near 380 and be in that range. Okay, so I think this 12 by 12 with around 380 to 470 CFM and a throw of 13 to 17 and a noise somewhere around 20, 30, maybe a little over 30, but not a lot, sounds pretty good. So I would need to take a copy of this and put it in my book and make sure I've got this identified. I'm going to use a 12 by 12, an A505 12 by 12. So I'm going to use the A50, is it the 504 or the 505? 504 four-way diffuser. A504. And my chosen specs for that are, here we go. And maybe I was on the wrong one there. I was on a two-way. So that's actually getting a little bit, now that I look at it, I want to be on my four-way. That's a little bit low. Let me try the 684. Let me see what happens if I go with the 684. Then what do I get? Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger again. Four-way. Now I'm getting close. 425 at 14.5, 14 to 14.5. That's getting pretty close, or a little bit more than that up at the 16. This one actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to get 425 at 14.5, and I'll probably be around that 30 range. Okay. So that seems pretty good. So my duct size, in Revit, I only have certain ducts. So if I had picked something that wasn't in Revit, but a 12 by 12 duct size exists, so I'm going to get a square duct out of Revit that's 12 by 12. That's going to be my branch. Or I can go with a round duct that's 14. That's got the same area as a 12 by 12 square. And my square face size is going to be a 24 by 24. Okay, so this is all about the duct size, and I just happen to know that the face size is always double the duct size. So 24 by 20 normally for most of these, 24 by 24. And there are other, Hart Cooley used to have some slightly um, better engineering data for us that gave us all the information, but they've cut it down, and so that's what we're getting. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to go with a 12 by 12 with a 425 CFM. That's just a little more than I want, and 14.5 throw. And so this is going to get set out, and you're going to have this to go by. You want to put all of this into a PDF. That's how you pick the air terminal size.